Today I wanted to talk about my 10 essential must-haves as a flight attendant when I am going for work. So a little bit of background, as you know, I am currently a regional flight attendant. And with regional flight attendants or regional flight attendants period, we're working on smaller aircrafts per se. So sometimes I can't pack a full bag with my luggage compared to other flight attendants that are working with mainline and working on other bigger planes such as the Boeing and the Airbus, and their overhead bin is spacers. So for me, I actually work on a regional jet, so I have to condense my packing. It's a pain in the butt. I'm just gonna be real with you. But I try to finagle different ways and things that I know I must have. It must fit. It must go in the overhead bin. I have to take this with me on my 4 day, or I don't know what I'm going to do on my 4 days or 3 days, or however they assign me my trips pairings. So, number one, my must have has to be hand sanitizers. Now, these probably looked pretty kind of empty to you because I use them a lot. Now, my company, they give us these Sandy wipes. So when I was super new and I was on reserve life, I had a senior flight attendant, and every second when I'm on the aircraft, because the lavatory is all the way in the back of the aircraft and it's a small aisle, so going through people and knocking people trying to say excuse me just to get to the back of the lavatory most of the time is not enough time. And with my company I work for now, we currently do a lot of short flights, so we have these handy wipes sanitizers to keep our hands sanitized. So when I was super new, I used them a lot, and I think like after the day three, my hands were like burning, like on fire, dried, and I was just like wanted to cry. Like I didn't understand. They were from those little hand sandy wipes, and then my coworker was like, "Oh yeah, that happens." So you just wasn't gonna tell me? I mean, I'm over here like trying to make sure my hands is clean. I am doing the galley service. Then I'm taking and collecting passengers' trash. And she's like, no, yeah. If you use it a lot, you're drying up your hands and it's like burning and my skins was cracking. And I was like, oh my gosh, my hands are like not pretty anymore. So a solution, I went to Bed and Bath. The price, well, it says on the back $1.75, and not only do I go to Bed and Bath, it doesn't dry my hands that fast, and also it smells nice. So every once in a while, I be pulling that out. Sometimes my coworkers will be like, "Ooh, girl, can I have some?" I'm like, "Yes, girl, take some." But if I'm really low, then sometimes I'll be like, about that. Bed and Bath, Bed and Bath. So this helps a lot. And I also start when I pass by my first class, I have a little nice scent to myself. So number one is my hand sanitizers. Number two, I actually go like the travel section in Walmart or Target, and I get lotion. It sometimes I get different ones. This one I got the Palmer's Cocoa Butter. I don't know if you can see it. Palmer's Cocoa Butter. This one I kind of really don't like that much, so I'm just using it up. I just feel like it's too liquidy. But lotion, because like it doesn't dry my hands, it still kind of does eventually. So every time I'm like double my service and not really all the time needing to sanitize my hands, I take this lotion. I mean, come on now, I'm black and I get ashy pretty quickly. So I take this lotion and I'm trying to get all of this, get the elbows, making sure I'm not ashy. People can't see me all cracks and whatnot. So number two, lotion must have. These you can keep in your galley, and it's a quicker process if you're not able to get quicker to your lavatory to use the sink. Number three, instant food. So this particular time I have my Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Reason why I say like instant foods is sometimes think you're supposed to. I think like, but sometimes it doesn't happen. When we get booked the hotels and they don't have refrigerators for us, and here we are having our food all packed up for like multiple days, and we need food. So there's a particular hotels, of course, like my job lets us know with the list of what hotels they put us in. They'll say whether or not it has a microwave or it has a fridge. And the ones that don't have a fridge, then I'm like, dang it, now I got a plan. So I get like Campbell's chicken noodle soup, something I can just heat up in the microwave. Most of the time, if it's not in the room, then they'll have it in the lobby of the hotel. I also eat my cans of SpaghettiOs. Yeah, I know I could be childish. I don't care what you think. My raviolis, and even ramen noodles. I do have ramen noodles in the back. I get another container from home and then do that and heat up in the microwave. My roommate taught me that in college, to heat up in the microwave. I used to be all about cooking it in a pot. She's like, girl, she was from Baltimore. Girl, just put it in the microwave. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. So, must have instant food. Number 4, tights. Really, this is for the ladies, tights, because you never know when your tights are gonna rip. I get my tights at New York & Company for a good deal. Most of the time I normally go when it's a sale. I don't pay the normal, I think the normal price most of the time is $14.95. No. But these are pretty good. They last me a while before. They don't easily rip. I can't do the sheer ones there. Nah. Boo. Boy. Nah. Also, Old Navy, when they have them, they have good deal or good price, better prices, cheaper price than New York & Company. And they last me a long while too. So between those two, I go sniff around and be like, where are the tights? This particular time, I want to say like a month ago, New York & Company was having tights on sale for $3. And I had to double check. I had to ask, like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. And I bought 4 pairs, $12. And the original price is $14.95 for one. Okay, good deal. All right, moving on. So number 5, my essential must-haves are makeup wipes. So on a daily basis, actually every day at work, we're supposed to wear makeup, ladies. So a lot of times it's heavy. This time it doesn't really look heavy, I think, on the camera on me, but normally like day 1 for me, I am all out with my makeup. When I tell you I'm all out, I'm like contour and everything. When we get to day 3, I'm barely just like, all right, let me put my foundation on, my lipstick, make sure my eyebrows okay, mascara, and let's go. So this one, I normally sometimes buy a big pack, but depending on when I feel like it, how I'm looking at my money, I just go to that trial and travel section, get the little bag of wipes. A lot of times I like Neutrogena, but this particular one I just did the Equate because I apparently was in a rush, so I didn't get Neutrogena. But Neutrogena is my to-go makeup wipes. Number 6 is sneakers. It's just my one pair of shoe, my little Nike. But yes, I pack my sneakers all the time because you just never know. I also make sure I pack my sneakers because sometimes, a lot of times, I like to work out, so I have my workout clothes in my bag. But sneakers, because sometimes it rains, and if I'm like needed, I'm gonna have my flats and I have my heels and I have my sneakers. So number 7, my blankie. Don't you laugh. My blankie goes with me everywhere. Okay, so the reason why, I'm gonna tell you why I have my blankie. I am based, well, I've been based in 2 different base locations. I'm not gonna say all where I'm really based at, but I don't live at those base locations. I commute. So at times I have to get there sometimes super early, maybe like 5 hours earlier than my start scheduled pairing time. And sometimes I have to travel a day or crash somewhere at a friend's place, or sometimes I just sleep a little bit early in the crew room. So this is what blankie is for, because it gets cold at these places. And I get cold easily. So even on standby flights, when I'm traveling on long distances to get back home, I have to catch connecting flights. My cardigan isn't enough. I'm freezing on the airplane, and most of the time, I'm just, nope, pull the blanket out, get comfortable. Sometimes I had a long trip and I'm exhausted. So I don't need nobody talking to me. I just cardigan, blankie, put the blankie over my head, close the window, out like a light. My blankie goes everywhere with me. And number 8, we have facial cleansers and like, you know, hair products, like the little necessity stuff, some must-haves. So I have, for hair stuff, a lot of times like you can't fit the containers in, or at least in my case, because it actually will make a reason why my rollerboard doesn't fit in the overhead bin. So I came up with a way now with the products I use for my thing, and I go to the travel section.
Like I'm telling you, the trial and travel section will be your friend.
And just get those little empty bottle containers. Now what I'm learning, I don't like the ones that are just like the lid up. I get the ones that are like spray. Just make it simple. Just a little spray. And I put my little hair products in them. And now all I just need is squirt, hand, rub it, get it all in there. I got my scalp oil. This particular one kind of looks bad. Maybe it hopefully didn't spill. This is the first time I did this one. It's actually a product that I started using, and I got it from Sephora. I cannot pronounce the name. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna show you a picture of what the product actually looks like. That I love it. You will encounter a lot of acne problems going up and down the air as a flight attendant, and you just gotta find that right product that it just works for your face. I don't have acne problem, and I didn't have as much acne problem until I became a flight attendant. So this one works so well. I packed it in my bag one day and then it leaked out. So I'm like, oh crud. So I tried another little twisty little tube thing. It didn't work out. It kind of like leaked out as well. So far, I mean, I only put a little bit in this one, but I think I feel like I put a lot more in it this morning, maybe like up to here, and it's down to here now. So now I guess I gotta go check my bag to make sure it didn't leak. But this little container, I just gonna spray on my little cotton pad and get it after I cleanse my face. So these little particular things can help you easily pack your bag and make a lot more space than what you need than taking the bigger containers of those products. Number 9, electronics. Got my iPhone that I'm using now, my Mac, which is holding my iPhone up now as we currently record, and my new recent thing, I've probably been doing this for 2 months now, I have to bring my Fire Stick. I'm telling you, this is genius. Fire Stick. Now, some hotels, it's like easy to hook it up to, and some they're not. So just be prepared. I've tried. Sometimes there's like the TV is mounted to the wall, and then all the little plugs and outlets are taken. So be prepared for that. But when you got them long layovers and there's nothing around, or you're in one of those boring areas, Fire Stick. I have caught up a lot of my shows. Game of Thrones. I'm done now. So, and also now number 10, also to make sure that you're tired. Flight attendants get tired. You gotta make sure you're taking proper care of yourself. And a lot of times, I can't always pack the healthiest foods, and I'm getting stuck with the airport. So I have my vitamins. Vitamins. So, another thing about me, I'm scared to swallow pills. So don't judge me. I try, It's a process. After all these years, it's still a process for me. So I get gummy vitamins. So this particular ones, I think these are the probiotic ones. I have this one, the women multivitamin ones, and this one is, I believe, the B6. It's either B6 or B12, I can't remember. But I packed them. I just put them in little Ziploc bags. I should get another. You can get another smaller size, so you ain't gotta take up all this space like I did. But just get them, and you can squish them in there. There you go. So those, folks, are my 10 essential must-haves. Now I have other things too, but you know we can be here all day, and we don't have time for that. Ladies and gentlemen, is my 10 essential must-haves.